for the Women's Rugby World Cup here in York. Today's match is Canada versus Fiji. Should be a good matchup, better than last night's matchup. Ooh, well, last night was rough. Watching USA women just fall apart. It was a decent game up until about halftime when it could have been 28-14, but the US women were determined to go across the line with the ball, and it was held up. Amy Barrett-Thron, the South African refugee, South African official, called it as a held up. I couldn't see it was the other end of the pitch, so I'll take her word for it. And instead of being 28-14 at the Hooter, they turned the ball over, and then Alev Kelter, who had already gotten a yellow card, which cost us 2 tries, driving the score from 14-7 to 28-7. Alev Kelter then fumbled the ball and turned it over, and then the Red Roses scored again. So they go into halftime leading, was it 28-14? I think it was halftime, or 33. Anyway, it sucked. How's the microphone? Can you hear me all right? Anybody there? Anybody there? So that game was, the pageant was pretty good. The city of Sunderland really did a great job putting everything together. They had a brilliant parade downtown. Fantastic parade. I got some footage of that. I'll be placing that together when I get a chance, when I have connection. But my internet wasn't working. It turns out, well, last night the problem was actually where I was at, but today the problem is not the Wi-Fi service, but actually my phone. It wanted to reboot, and so it wasn't letting me use my browser. So I had to reboot my phone, and now it's working. So I don't know if anybody can hear me. I've got the microphone on my chest. I'm trying that. So it'd be nice if somebody could tell me if they could actually hear me. But nobody's chatting. Nobody's chatting. Interesting. Not a single chat going on here. So who's watching? Anybody watching, please push the chat button. Let me know you're there. I don't know. I don't have my laptop here to listen in on whether I'm talking or not, whether you can hear me or not. So anyway, if you can't hear me, then tell me. Usually by now somebody would say there's no sound, but I can't believe there's not a single chat. Usually by now somebody says hello. 11 people here and nobody said hello. That's pretty strange, pretty odd to say the least. Anyway, today, as I said, Canada versus Fiji should be a very good game. Fijian women are pretty tough. Canadian women used to be pretty good. I remember at the 2014 women's final in Paris, I was at the stadium there, Stade Jean-Bouin there in Paris. It was England versus Canada. Magli Harvey, I'd watched her play against USA, and she had the most incredible try I've ever seen. Unbelievable. Ran the full distance of the pitch, out muscling people. Why is there no chat here? This is really weird. Not a single person is chatting. Is my chat not working? I didn't turn chat off on this thing. That's weird. Are you guys even there? Strange situation here. I didn't turn the chat off. Let me see if I can find that on my other phone and see what's going on here. I've never had a thing where not a single person has chatted. It's almost as if the chat is turned off. So hang on. Let me look and see if I can't get to some other phone here. See what's going on. This is weird. So I can't turn it on here. I'd have to end the stream. So let me see if I can get on to Starbucks here. This is my data that I paid for the SIM card. Is not okay. Why is it not giving me options for this? Oh my goodness. Well, I tell you what. Sometimes on the road, life is not easy, eh? First world problems. Wi-Fi, Starfix, internet. Sign into the network. There we go. Why didn't it? Should have done that initially. Accept. Log in. Okay, now I'm connected. Finally connected. Let me look and see what's going on here. YouTube. Okay. Go to my channel. Okay, your videos. Okay, live. It doesn't show me as live. Oh my goodness. Where's the YouTube studio on this thing? Do I have it on here? Oh my goodness. There's YouTube studio. Hopefully I'm logged in there. Yeah, I am logged in. Wow, this is crazy. It's got to be. Okay, is there chat there? Live chat. And there's no chat. This is strange. I can't see any chat. So let me. Content. Visibility. Type live. Oh, this is crazy. It won't show me the current video when I'm live. What the hell? Oh, this is weird. So apologies, folks, if I'm not. Come on, it doesn't show me as live. How is that possible? Let me go to my channel. Turn on. No. Okay, go to my channel. It doesn't show me as live on my channel either. What is this? Oh, there it is. Okay. There it is. Okay. Edit. Okay. Did it turn off the chat? This is really weird. Okay. Location, alter content, visibility. Doesn't say anything about chat being turned off here. Interesting. Try advanced settings here in the studio. Okay. Monetization isn't on, so let's turn that on. But there's no mention of chat here. And this says I've got no time on it. 90 people here currently. And I see chat down here, but it's not top chat, super chat, live chat, all messages. And it looks like there's messages, but I can't see any messages. What's this? Okay, no, nothing there. That is really strange. I've never seen that before. I haven't turned the chat off, guys, so I don't understand. Audience, not made for kids. Where's the chat? Is YouTube doing something new now? That's really strange. Bizarre. God, is still screaming kid over here. He needs to shut up. Very strange. And I can't find the live in the other thing, so it doesn't say the chat's turned off. So this is, shut up, you little bastards. God, annoys it. Oh, man, some of these kids are annoying. Live, okay. It still says the monetization is turned off. Why is that doing that? Wow, no, comments are on. Comments are on, yeah. Okay, for some reason I can't see the comments. You guys are commenting, so let me try to watch it in here and see if I can't see it in here. Okay, maybe that way I can see it. Okay, let me go to the video. Okay, hello. Can I see the video, please? Wow. That's crazy. Now it won't even load the video. Seriously? Wow. Gee, many crickets. Somebody's dog in here now. Okay, that's show me yesterday. It's not a problem. It won't show me the live. That's crazy. I'm going to try to reopen it again. People are leaving because I guess they're bored with me already. Sorry about that. Okay, it doesn't even show my video live when I go here. So there we are. Oh, that's yesterday again. Okay, go to my channel. Let's go to live. Where's view? Why can't I see this damn video? This is bogus. I don't know. I've never heard of this before, folks. So I have no idea what you're all saying because I can't see it. Chat's not appearing on my... Will you quit screaming, you little heathen? Jesus Christ. God bless. Get control of your kids. I can't see anything here. This is strange. Okay, let me try it on the internet. Maybe it'll work there. It's just, oh, man, now the dog's over there. Oh, my goodness. This is just chaos here. See what happens when you're on the road, folks? Yeah, okay, accept all cookies. Just, oh, my goodness. There it is, Colonel Chris Wyatt. Okay. See live? There it is, live. Let me see live. Restricted. Please check the Google Work Administrator Network. My video is restricted. Look at that. Do you see that? Why is my video restricted? What the hell is going on here? No wonder I can't see it. Google's comments are turned off. Comments are not turned off. Video is restricted. What the hell is this? No wonder I've got small audiences. What the hell kind of nonsense is that? Video is restricted. Please check the Google Work Administrator Network Administrative restrictions. What the hell is that? That's just crap. It says I'm live and it says I can't watch it. Can you believe this? Now I understand why my audience has been so small. You want to talk about censorship? There you go, right there. There's censorship right there, ladies and gentlemen. Right there, censorship from YouTube. I can't even watch my own live stream. I can't see comments. This is how they mess with people. I'm clicking all chat over here. I can't. You guys are chatting, I assume. I can't even watch my video. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? This video is restricted. Please check the Google Workspace Administrator and or Network Administrator restrictions. That's total crap. Total crap. Total crap. Okay, now I got it here through the app. Total crap. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, guys. Sounds like I'm in the train station. Okay, does it sound bad? Okay, let me just take this sound off then. Okay. See if it sounds like. Oh wait, I'll go outside. There's space outside I can get to. Hang on. Someone left the table out there. Okay, that's what I was waiting for outside. It's too noisy in here. Okay. All right, let's see if this is any better, okay? Ugh, disgusting table. People are pigs. They leave messes behind. Okay, the microphone should still work from a distance. Microphone should still be working. You guys should still be able to hear me over here. Make sure I get all my crap. Okay. All right, does it sound any better out here, guys? Does it sound any better now? All right. Somebody want to tell me if it sounds any better out here? Let me see. I can't see it on there. Okay. Hello. There we go. All right. I did. Okay, sound is great. I did screen capture the error sound. Yep, I did capture it. So don't worry, folks. I'm going to send it to YouTube and tell them what the hell over. Okay, good. Now we're talking. Okay, cool. All right. Except I've got a pigsty out here because pigs left their mess behind. Lazy people, I swear to gosh. There's a bin right here. They're too lazy to pick up their rubbish. See, these are the people I have no use for. Pigs, absolute pigs. Can't even clean up after themselves. Table's filthy. Stuff all over it. All right, there we go. That's weird, guys, though. I could not see anybody's chat, and I still can't see it on my studio. So, okay. All right, well, that's a mess. We'll just go with this, okay? All right. Let me prop this up here so I can see the chat under the video. There we go. Okay, much better. Okay, cool. All right, anyway, so for those who missed it, my apologies. It's been going now for what, 7 minutes? Is that 7 minutes? That can't be 1 minute. Yeah, no, 13 minutes. Okay, so I'm in York for the Women's Rugby World Cup. Last night was in Sunderland. Got to say, Sunderland did a fantastic job as a community organizing for the event. Brilliant stuff. They had a parade in the square at the fan zone. It was incredible. Really, really good stuff. Really enjoyed it. What I do have to say, though, is that it's a little bit frustrating because the USA was terrible. They were terrible. The game was, oh, now we got a kid out here kicking. Okay. All right, I didn't do this when I was a kid, and if I did when I was a kid, I would have been smacked in the back of the head. She stopped doing it now. They sit down and they bang their feet against the, anyway, she's gone. Bye-bye. Anyway, so, yeah, the game was frustrating because the USA was terrible. England was not as good as the score made it look. The USA's defense was atrocious, absolutely atrocious in that game. Really sad to see. Okay, those who stuck around with me, I appreciate it sticking around. South Sudan's president fired somebody. Thanks for being here, folks. Be sure to hit that like button if you don't mind. And if you feel so inclined, you're welcome to do a super chat to help pay for this. What this thing cost me. I think this one's so charged me $5 something. So that's $7.50 for a Frappuccino. Not too much worse in the States. Given it's 19% value added tax, that's not too bad. We don't have value added tax. Pennsylvania just a sales tax, about 6%. So not too bad actually. Sam was also terrible today. Sam who? Who is Sam? Sam, what are you talking about, Robert? Sam what? Hey, Sandra, how's it going? I don't have a laptop here. Anyway, hey, Ricky Close, what's up, man? Anyway, so I'm seeing some unusual faces here. But did you guys see that? I mean, I didn't make this stuff up. You saw, I showed you the screen capture of YouTube said my video was restricted and there was no chat. I think maybe it's a hiccup. It couldn't connect, and so it just gives that by default. I think maybe that's what happened. But it's certainly not it's not something that reassures people that you can't get in. Anyway, the game is at 5:30. It's after 2 now, so a little over 3 hours. There's a shopping center here. I'm at the Starbucks. There's 2 Starbucks here, one by the stadium and one over here. So I'm not in a rush. I'll do this stream and take a break and wander around, do a little window shopping, mostly window shopping. Boy, I tell you, Joe Biden and his inflation have made the world out of reach for the middle class. If you're middle class, it's really hard to go anywhere and do anything. The cost is so high, so expensive. Last night, the place I was in, the internet was, good God, smoking, walking by the door, walking inside. Anyway, oh, there she is. She's over there smoking. Hey, Ronaldo, what's going on? Ronaldo, what's up? Hey, Ronaldo, how many videos you released? I haven't seen any of your videos. I've been no data. I was like living in the black twilight zone. No data whatsoever. It was insane, absolutely insane. I took a screen capture and shared it with my moderators. It was 0.34 something like that download and 0 upload. I couldn't do anything. The SIM card that I purchased for this alternative network. So this lady standing over here in front of Burger King smoking a cigarette. It's all blowing right over on top of me. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Anyway, yeah, so nothing. Couldn't. And the network on my SIM card that I paid, I got 200 gigs for it, 0 bars. I have 1 bar on that network right now. I actually have more bars on my South African SIM card, which I'm not using because there's not any data on there. But I have a South African SIM card in here that actually registers in the UK network, and it's got 3 bars. I've got 1 bar for the SIM card that I've got here. Coverage is abysmal in this area, so. Did a couple of vids during the week. Okay, all right, cool. Glad they're doing all right right now. All of my videos are down around 20,000. And for those who saw when the stream started, I think we know why. I couldn't even watch my own stream on my other mobile phone, even though I have a network connection, because YouTube said YouTube has blocked it. It's restricted viewing. There's no content. I hadn't even said anything. And so how can I have restricted content? Also, it said that chat was turned off when obviously you guys were chatting. Back to who is Sam? Somebody said Sam. So what was that question? I asked about Sam. Oh, Samoa. Oh, Samoa. Gotcha. Okay, Samoa. Gotcha. Well, Canada, we'll see how they do. Like I said, I mean, one of the greatest tries I ever saw in my life was at the Women's Rugby World Cup in 2014 in a semifinal or a quarterfinal game, whichever it was, against USA. Canada versus USA. Mowgli Harvey, man, she ran the distance, outmaneuvered a couple Eagles and ran all the way and scored a try. It was one incredible try. Unfortunately, Mowgli Harvey got injured. And then the coaching staff had something against her, and so she never really came back. It was a shame. She was incredible. One of the most exciting rugby players on the planet. I'm sure you can hear that conversation. Maybe you can't hear it. I can hear it. Okay. Stop sleeping. Who is sleeping? Last news, Nigerians coming up. Nigerians? What Nigerians? You mean Kenyans? What are you talking about, Nigerians? Why would Nigerians be going to South Africa? Again, folks, you don't have to be in South Africa to do the screening for refugees. That's why the guys are based in Kenya. They handle cases from all over Africa, including South Africa. You don't have to be in South Africa. So I'm really not sure why they did that, other than they wanted them there so they could talk to them and see them every day. That might have been the reason for it. But there's absolutely no reason whatsoever for them to be in South Africa. They don't have to be there unless it's just a question of control, because they can do what they need to do from where they're at. The hip is bothering me today. I did a lot of walking yesterday across that bridge. By the way, so Sunderland has a footbridge, a brilliant footbridge. It's gorgeous, way up over the river. And it runs from where the Stadium of Light is over to the center of town. It's brilliant. Apparently, they just finished building it, but they haven't finished building it. So they made some preparations so it could be used for the World Cup yesterday. But that's the only game that they're getting in Sunderland is the one I went to last night. So the bridge was open yesterday and yesterday only. It's not open today, and it won't be open for some time. Apparently, they had the city councilors out prepping the bridge, like 15 or 20 of them the other day. Somebody told me. Yeah, and I saw people who lived in Sunderland like, oh, no, the bloody bridge is open today. That's it. It came just so we could walk across the bridge. We wait forever. It'll be closed tomorrow. It's closed today. But I must say that Sunderland as a town did a great job. But I'll tell you what, that football club in that stadium, oh, what a bunch of shysters. I'm telling you, man, unbelievable. So when I pulled in for parking, and because they I paid for parking, I paid $45. I don't have a handicap sticker, so I paid $45. That's pounds, not dollars. 45. So I paid 45 quid to park there. This is the most expensive. Most of the parking cost me 10 or 15. That's reasonable. It was 45 for Sunderland. When I pulled in, they had my register plate. They let me in. They didn't mention that you can't leave until everybody leaves the stadium. So apparently, if you leave less than 30 minutes before the end of the game, and they don't say whether that's the actual time of the clock, 30 minutes, or 30 minutes of game time. But I left at the 65-minute mark, which is more than a half an hour before the game ended, and walked outside, got in the car, and they wouldn't let me leave. They said, you got to wait till we open up. I said, well, there's no one here. Why don't you over there? It's not safe. I'm like, when it's not safe, there's no one walking here. Why can't I just leave? They wouldn't let me leave. So that turned into a few minutes, turned into a half an hour. And I got out and asked some other guys in charge. And he said, oh, no, we can't leave because we have to have a proof from the stadium. But meantime, opposite the little tiny roundabout that was there, on the other side where there were cars parked, they let them leave. But they wouldn't let me leave. And they wouldn't let the coaches. Anyway, it's just such a pain. Juvenile behavior. Anyway, so I'm a little tired watching everybody come and go there. Are you guys okay with that? Uh-oh, somebody just fell. That looked painful. Kids over here playing around where they shouldn't be playing. Fell down. Skinned his knee. Oh, no, he didn't skin his knee. He hit his peener. So, little 4-year-old grabbing his peener. He fell on his peener, man. He's walking around like, ooh. He's like somebody kicked him in the nuts. Time to relax, I suppose. So I did go to Hadrian's Wall, by the way, but with the hip, it seemed like a bridge too far. I stopped at Housted's and I walked out, took a photo. I mean, it's ruins. You know, I can see the ridge line. I always wanted to go to Hadrian's Wall, so now I've went to it. I've driven past it many times, but went to it. And instead of walking up, which would have taken me probably half an hour and probably would have been very painful, I took a few photos and left. But so I did Hadrian's Wall as well. So anyway, so that's what I always told people. I said, you know, when I was young, in my 20s, not that I'm old now, in my 20s, and everyone else like, I'm going to save my money for when I get older, and then I'll travel the world and I retire. I'm like, you know, now you're 20, you can climb Mount Kilimanjaro. You can climb Mount Everest now when you're 20. When you're 50 or 60 or 70, you won't be able to do that anymore. Your body won't keep up. So all the things that I wanted to do when I was young, I did. So I'm glad that, but you know what, even with this hip as bad as it is, I went skiing. Remember that? I went skiing in the wintertime, downhill. First time I've been skiing since New Zealand in 2011. And I did fine. I only fell down the first run. After that, I spent the rest of the day. I never fell down once on the ski slopes. It was pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah. You get a smile. Why? Because the kids fell down on his nuts. Anonymous has to go, okay, well, take care. Anyway, what's the smile? Some time. I don't know if it's time to relax. Great crowd, more people than last week's. Oh, yeah, there were 48,000 at that game. How many showed up at last week's Springboks game? By the way, Springboks are on today at 5 p.m. South Africa time, so that's going to be 4 here. I'm going to try to find a place that has a TV on, but I don't think there's anyone around here so I can watch that game. I could watch that game for a good portion of it because the rugby starts at 5:30. I'd rather watch the Springboks, but I don't have ITV or a network here that I can actually watch it on. I don't even know what it's on here in the UK, but hopefully somebody's got it on. I don't see any sports bars around here. That's what's missing. Maybe over at the stadium there's a sports bar. I can't remember. Yeah. Anyway, real news happening now. What's the real news, Richard? What's the real news? What's the real news, Richard? What's the real news? You keep going on here. Stop sleeping. You know, instead of being cryptic, why don't you tell us your comment? Why don't you tell us your comment? Afrikaners are going to say to clean up after themselves. Their kids don't need control. Culture and inherently controlled by DNA. Okay. Okay, nice to see. Yeah, well, the people, I met some really cool people at the game last night. Really nice guy behind me. His daughter plays for a rugby team, and his son-in-law is a coach for some team in Yorkshire. And yeah, so I was chatting with that guy. Then when Aleph Kelter got the yellow card, the guy behind me said it was a bit harsh. I said, well, you know, it's borderline. You know, she was still in the ruck, and she reached around, and she knocked the ball out of the nine's hands. Now, the nine was no longer in the ruck, moving away, but she never made any effort to disengage from the ruck. So I would have given a penalty, maybe a card, but I don't know if the card was harsh, but it was devastating. 3 tries were scored while she had the yellow card, and then as soon as she came back in, she fumbled the ball and cost us, you know, possession, and another try was scored. We lock ourselves out of our yard. My husband had to jump over a 6-foot wall. Yeah, exactly, Madeline. Yeah, you're not 20 anymore. Or 30 anymore, as the case may be. Wally Hayward ran a 100K marathon at 80. Well, Dion Oliveira, Wally didn't serve in the military and fight in combat multiple times and destroy his hip, did he? Good for Wally. I'm not running a marathon, either now or with an artificial hip. It ain't going to happen. Just ain't going to happen. But I get your point. Yeah, no, but that's unusual. That's not the norm. Most people don't take care of their bodies. Most people don't stay healthy. Most people don't stay fit. So the ravages of time catch up with them in their 50s and their 60s and 70s, and therefore they're not able to do the things that they thought they could do when they were 20. And I realized that when I was in my 20s, whether I took care of myself or not, I might not be around in my 50s, 60s, and 70s. So I decided that I was going to see the world every chance I had, and that's what I've always done. Anyway, so where's Professor G? What is this? His videos are removed again, Chris. He was broadcasting. I didn't see that. Only live news on the ground. Status quo. Don't get eaten by alligators. Richard, Richard, have you got some Amarula on ice or some Chibuku? Because I really don't understand what you're trying to say, man. I'm not making funny, but I don't understand what you're saying. And Leda's asking, where's Professor G? I'm not his keeper. He lives in Louisiana. I am in the Midlands, in Yorkshire, North Yorkshire. So I don't know where Professor G is. He doesn't report to me. I don't report to him. So I appreciate the question. But I think maybe you meant the question in general for anybody in the audience who might be able to answer it. But yeah, so again, today, Canada versus Fiji coming up here in a few hours. I'll be at that game. And that'll be the second on the slate. Tomorrow it's Northampton for more rugby. But for now, it's here in this part of the country. I've been here before to this stadium. I came here for the Rugby League World Cup, which was pretty cool. It was not particularly well attended, but the crowd was fantastic. Parking was easy. It was nice. Missing in action. Big YouTube creator. Who's the big YouTube creator? Can't be 2 weeks. I talked to him last week. I just came here. I was talking to him last week. He was publishing. I had an interview with the Amerikaners about a week ago. Have you perhaps heard of anyone that had a first interview with them in the embassy? Not yet, Saving Private Ryan. I know people have talked to Amerikaners and been screened by Amerikaners, but not who've gone for their interview. I think one or two people said they were going for it, but then I didn't have any network for the last 24 hours. So, I mean, it took like 20 minutes to send a freaking tweet last night, which drained my battery. So I can't be doing that all the time. That just doesn't work out very well. Of course I know what Chibuku is. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Who wants that repulsive drink? Ugh. Chibuku, no thank you. It's funny. It's a traditional African drink. And, well, not really, but it's Africans that drink it for the most part, Black Africans. And I mentioned a lot of Black Africans. They have no clue what I'm talking about. They never heard Chibuku. It shows how African they are. Oh, by the way, I got called a Nazi. Yeah. On my tweet last night, it took 20 minutes. I happened to see it a little bit a while ago. And somebody posted on there, some little hate wanker posted on there, don't bother the women's rugby team. Don't bother them. They don't need Nazis bothering them. Nazis? Dude, do you know what a Nazi is? Obviously not. You think I'm a Nazi? It is very frustrating not having internet connection, particularly what's supposed to be a first world country. It's beyond annoying, to say the very least. Shouldn't be the case. But it's not ubiquitous, you know? Internet is not ubiquitous like it should be. I've had good success in the past, but this time I'm not having great success. I'm having some dead spots, which is unusual. But I don't usually buy a SIM card locally, so I'm a little frustrated by that network not working. But I've always been reliant on the Wi-Fi. That's one reason why I said I can't guarantee that I'll always. So last night at my hotel, the internet was crap. I mean, nothing. Like I said, I could barely download anything. I couldn't get to my mail, which is the problem. I've got to find better internet tonight because I've still got to get below that 20 gigabyte threshold on my email because I'm at 21.9. I got 2 gigabytes, but I'm making progress because I've gone through a folder that I stored email I used to forward from work, which had attachments in it. And each time I go through, I just download the attachment on my laptop, delete the email, download the attachment, delete the email, down like that. And that's got me down a little bit quicker. Who's smoking here now? Jesus, you know, what is the deal? It's like, you know, it's like, hey, Chris hates cigarettes. Go smoke near him. Now I got one smoking on this side. Never fails. I've also noticed his absence. Some of his videos have been removed. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. You can actually buy Chibuku scuds here. Really? Someone went for an interview last week, done medicals after all went well. Yeah, no, US, I think 1 or 2 people, but I don't recall who it was. That's why I'm saying I don't know. But I think 1 or 2 people did send me messages. Guys, I've gotten so many messages, it's hard to keep track of some of these things. Colonel did the Nazi one. Nazi, that one comment coming. What are you talking about, Holden? Saving Private said, thank you for always having patience with all my questions. Well, I try to, Saving Private, right? It's not easy. Some people ask the same question over and over again. I mean, if you ask the question someone else is asking, that's one thing. But I get some people asking the same question over and over again, as if the answer is going to change. The answer does change sometimes. That's the thing. Sometimes the answer does change. Anyway, so here we are, day 2 of the Women's World Cup. And last night was, for World Rugby, it had to be a rousing success. I mean, the stadium was packed. It was fantastic. Now, I will say one thing. When God Save the King was playing, those of us not seeing it were respectful. But when the U.S. National Anthem was playing, just disrespect, not many, but some disrespect, people talking, looking at their phones. No respect whatsoever. For, God bless it. It's disgusting. It's not just a cigarette. It smells like camel shit. Anyway, yeah, so it's just such a shame that people can't respect other people's flag, can't respect other people's anthem. It's just very annoying, but we had some of that. But most of the people were fantastic. It was wonderful. It was actually easy. God dang, Jesus! It's actually easy to get to the stadium. It's pretty short shot in, but the traffic was pretty horrendous. Even though I went hours early, parked, then walked to the stadium light. Oh, I did get my hat, the one hat I wanted. I meant to wear that, but I don't have it on. That's the, God bless, Jesus. I hate cigarettes, and the older I get, the more I'm detesting many smokers. No consideration. Alan says the British public in general have no respect, especially the youth. Well, that's true about the youth. All right, she's finally done. Man, jeez. Anyway, well, yeah, that's true of a lot of people, but you can say the same thing about America. You know, same thing about South Africa. You know, not everybody has good manners. That's for sure. No, she won't win. She won't win. Oops, I didn't mean to delete your message. I meant to show it. I pushed show your message beyond. Who said it? Was it beyond the mainstream when you wrote camel shit? I pushed show message and it hit it, so that wasn't intentional. So you're not being censored, my friend. Billy Idol's back. It's time for a white wedding. Yeah, well, by the way, it is England. I haven't seen the sun except for about 20 minutes during a live stream the other day when I was at Windermere. The sun is definitely not your friend here. Living up to its reputation. No, many don't care about other people. They're just rude and inconsiderate. Yeah. Yeah, expert family Joubert. There are a number of individuals and groups that are trying to help South Africans coming over. I'm in touch with a few of them, but I haven't advertised some of them because they're not looking for the attention. I've just tried to put people in touch with them as I can. So that's another reason why all the people who are going over as refugees, you know, this is whether I want it to be or not. I've sort of, as Rebecca Davis in one of her kinder moments called me the towering figure in the refugee movement. Chick Nasty's just loud as hell. Called me the towering figure in the South African refugee movement. I don't know if that's true, but it certainly is true that a lot of people entering the program follow this channel, watch this channel, listen to this channel for accurate analysis. And therefore, it's in your interest, once you come over, to reach out to me. I've never disclosed anybody's location or their name without their permission, so you don't have to worry about that. That information is locked in a safe box. Remember, I spent 36 years in the Army with a top secret Justice Department information clearance, and I have secrets that will go to the grave with me that no one will ever know about, that the entire circle of people on the planet that know about some of the investigations I've done has been a total of 3 people. Some people are just loud, thought I was loud. Anyway, a total of 3 people. So, you know, it's in your interest to let me know if you come over here and you are part of the refugee program, because I can maybe put you in touch with someone who might be able to help you depending where you go. So just saying. Geez, last video was posted 6 days ago, and he did say he might post less because he's teaching it. Well, that might be it, Elsie. And then, so it hasn't been 2 weeks. It's 6 days ago. See, that's why I said I just left 6 days ago myself. I left Sunday, and he was still posting before that. So that's what I'm saying. I found camels in the UK. There's always camels in the UK. Especially given how many women wear leggings. There's lots of camels floating around out here. Rather rude, to say the least. Not me wearing the tights like that. Well, Elsie, I've got adult onset asthma because I sat next to burning oil wells in Kuwait after the Gulf War for 6 weeks and damaged my breathing, which is still better than most people, but still it's not what it once was. And the cigarettes are particularly annoying, so I'm not a smoker and I've never smoked. Yes, Matthew, it is a filthy habit, and I'm glad you're stopping too. It's also horrible for your blood pressure, for hypertension, for your lungs. Look, don't make a mistake, folks. I mean, people like stop smoking, won't get cancer. You get cancer from anything, you know. All cancer is your body rebelling against itself, and that can be caused by a host of factors. So by not smoking doesn't mean you're not going to get cancer. That if you think that's, but look, just like exercising shouldn't be about losing weight. That shouldn't be your primary goal when you exercise. Your goal for exercising should be your health. When you exercise, you sleep better. Your muscles are better. For me, if I don't exercise, which has been a problem with this hip, I'm getting a lot of walking in now. I can feel the strength coming back in my lower back. Those muscles down there, just above my coccyx, they run up the back there. If I don't exercise, I'm so tall, those muscles atrophy, and I don't sleep very well because they become very sore. But when I'm exercising and I'm in shape, it's good for lowering your cholesterol. It's good for your heart. Fantastic for your cardiovascular system. Exercise should be about being healthy. Loss of weight is a benefit that comes with it if you control your caloric intake. But some of us can't control our caloric intake. I don't know who those people might be. Just not able to control their caloric intake. Just saying. Very tiring week with lots of, okay, sorry to hear about that, Leanne. But damn, no way I'm spending $9.80 a month. Yeah, well, there you go, Alan. That's the other thing, too. They're very expensive because of the taxes. I think they're like $25, $30 a pack in New York. When I was a kid, they were like $2 a pack for cigarettes. You could buy an entire carton for like $4 at the commissary, or the shop at the PX. That all ended up in the military went against smoking, and then they raised the prices, and they're just making money hand over fist over smokers. COPD, there you go, chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder. Yeah, COPD is really bad. People get it from that. Saving Prime Ride says, I'll do an interview so I manage to get to US. I do, however, charge the hour. Really? Okay, well, I do pay by the hour in shekels. It's the old shekels, not the new shekels, so you won't be able to use it. Sometimes I can also pay you in Zimbabwean dollars if that's okay. Hey, Joy, how's it going? My partner and my barman was hijacked Thursday at gunpoint near Nyanga. Stole their cell phones, bank cards. Good God. Good God. Were the 30 Kenyans denied visas? I don't know the answer to that, Bonnie. Rumor intelligence is that, in fact, they have been denied a visa, but I haven't seen that. I can't confirm that. So I really don't know the answer on that. But I have heard that. I just haven't seen it. So don't know what to say about that because I haven't seen it, but I have heard multiple rumors. Playing with children is illegal, even in your own home, car, but never enforced. I didn't know it was illegal in South Africa. Cheetahs 40, Lions 31. Woohoo! Is that the final? Is that the final? Saving Private Ryan will take the Zimbabwean dollars. The other thing that, as I get back to UK, that I got to reacquainted with too is the absolute fascination with tattoos and people loving tattoos everywhere. So many, a kid playing over here. Yeah, they just love their tattoos. It's odd because people get tattoos. It's something that you can't even read, you can't even see what they are. What's the point of the tattoo if you can't see it? Send up woman Jones. She's a sniper's dream. Hey, Garrett, what's going on? 7 minutes left in the game. Okay, well, hang in there, Cheetahs. Man, the Lions, the Cheetahs upset in the apple cart. So, anybody know what happened to the Griquas? Or do they play Sunday? I didn't see. The Griquas win yesterday? Anybody know? Because I had no data. I haven't had a chance to check on that yet. And then the Springboks are playing at 4 o'clock my time, which would be 5 your time. So that's coming up very soon. So less than an hour and a half. I got to find some place that's got a TV screen. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So I'm probably going to miss the game. And if I have a data connection, I'll watch it after the fact through a VPN. Bulls Griquas play. Oh, tomorrow. Okay, thank you, Conrad. I lost track because I'm not broadcasting. I watch when I come back. I probably have 5 viewers on my rugby channel. The Sharks won. Oh my goodness! Wow, where's Fonz at? He must be out drunk celebrating they actually won a game. Good to see you. Fingerprints Monday. Well, thank you so much for that, Vanner, for the 70 Rand super chat. Appreciate that. I do appreciate that. All right, cool. So anyway, I hope you were watching the videos. I put some videos together. I had another one that should be airing now or already aired. I'm not sure. I had one more for today. Start a group chat. What's this? Oh my goodness. Okay, someone got a group chat going. Anyway, Fonz went to buy a new Sharks jersey. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he's all excited about that. Well, I will say this. It's definitely a very English area. A lot fewer immigrants, although there are some here. I'd say about 3% might be immigrants, but plenty of English in this area here. Oh, Eli Berserker, the USA women did get a proper hiding last night. I mean, that was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. Sharks beat Province 29-20. I'm surprised. Okay, then I'm not doing well there. I picked Province to win that game. Even though it was at Kings Park, I picked Province to win that game, 29-21. Wow, Province is really disappointing. So that's 0-5 now. 0-5. 2 games left in the season. They can't salvage anything out of that whatsoever. That's it. That's a shame. What a shame. Who will bounce back? The province? There's no way the province will bounce back. It's only 7 games in the season. There's 2 left. Or you mean the USA women? USA women will probably win 2 of their pool games. But I think New Zealand's in the same pool with them as well. So they're not likely to win that game. So anyway, I don't think that's going to happen. Isn't this crazy how I have to use my other phone to see the chat? I can't see the chat on this one. That's bizarre. Hopefully it doesn't carry through. Just came through now. Oh, okay, maybe it just got published now. Yeah, because I had another one. So yeah, so I ask you guys to go watch my videos. Lisa won game. Oh, Sharks fans, you're right. USA won. Yeah, I got you. Like USA women. Yeah, no, they will bounce back, but it was. Look, the game was interesting for the first half. It was really. I mean, the USA women gave up a couple tries they never should have given up, but then they scored a try. Boy, England's defense just leaked, and that girl ran right down the middle of the pipe, right under the post, and scored that try. It was brilliant. So it was 14-7, and then 14-7. It was. I'm sorry. Then they gave 2 tries. It was 28-7, and the Eagles had the ball driving. They got down the try line, and stubbornly they had to wing. She was wide open. All you had to do is offload it to her. Now I'm at the other end of the pitch, so maybe the angle wasn't there. So I could be wrong. But from my end, it looked like it was an easy try. But instead, they insisted on driving it over, and it was held up. So here's a conspiracy theory for you, folks. Excuse me. Here's a conspiracy theory for you. Last night, the Eagles lost, not because England was good, not because USA was bad, but because the official was from South Africa. Amy Barrett-Thron threw the game because she was doing what Cyril wanted her to do, because South Africans were pissed off the Americans, so they cost us the game last night. The following, the previous was a lie. Yeah, but Amy Barrett-Thron was the official out there last night. I recognize her from a mile away. Oh, my goodness. Yep, so there you go. It's Hendo here. Welcome, Hendo. How would you just subscribe crimes there, Colonel? Well, I mean, any major metropolitan area, urban center, you're going to worry about things, but crime. I mean, it's crime in the UK, but I mean, I don't hang out in crime-ridden areas for the most part. Not like South Africa, where I take my chances driving through Hillbrow and things like that. But no, it's crime everywhere. But no, it's here. It's fine. Nobody running around stealing stuff here. Rugby conspiracy theories from secret agent, man. That's right, Hendo. That's right. So here you go, folks. You heard it here first. Amy Barrett-Thron is in league with the ANC. She threw the game last night. That's why the Eagles lost. Nah, I think Amy Barrett-Thron did a good job last night. Pretty good job. A lot of calls that people were quick on the whistle. She wasn't quick on the whistle. I think one time on a not releasing the ball, she was really quick. But other than that, the rest of it was pretty good. She called a pretty good game. Alcohol kills more humans than cigarettes. Yes, but your alcohol doesn't breathe on me and take away my breathing. Yep. It's not the lesser of 2 evils. Missing kitchen cutlery illegal. All kinds of things are illegal here in the UK. You can't carry a Union Jack. You can't scream "God Save the King." You can't say "We love pork" because you'll go to prison. You can't. Did you see that the other day? That's not a funny matter. The guy was, I guess they're outside of Moscow or something like that. The guy said, "We love pork," and so the police arrested him for saying in public, "We love pork." Seriously? Seriously? Yeah, in the UK. Yep. Happy Slappy, how am I doing? I'm okay. My hip is all right. Not the best. Fitness in rugby is key. If you can't keep up, the team will punch you in the second half. Well, Eli, the Eagles were punished in the first half with 2 mistakes. Lev Kelter, who knows better, she didn't make any look. I'm not beating on Lev Kelter. I've always thought she's a great player. I miss the days when Chris Thomas and Nia Tapper and Lev Kelter were all on the same team. It was a great team. But the only one left is Lev. The other 2 are gone. And what I have to say about that is that is that Alev wasn't Alev last night. She was a negative factor in the game, unfortunately. Not beating up on her, she was. Got a yellow card for being stupid. And then dropped the ball, and that cost us 3 tries. And it was over from there. That was in the first half. So it wasn't a fitness question. And we're at sea level. So, you know what, probably 20 meters over the sea level. So that was an issue. Yep. Oh my gosh, we're turning a whataboutism. Much things worse than smokers. Oh, please, let's not get into that. Let's not get into that. John Bolton's house was raided. Well, I hope it was legal. If it was legal, then I have a problem with it. But why was his house raided? Is he involved in something? Or is this all part of the nonsense that the Biden regime did? Because Bolton wasn't in the Biden regime. Bolton was part of the Bush regime. Yeah, John Bolton is one of those neocons, isn't he? He just loves to send us to die, those of us in uniform. Cheetahs 47, Lions 31. Looks like they're going to wrap it up. Wow, that's awesome. Cheetahs will move to the top of the log. That'll be awesome. What's your take on the Springboks? Andre, what's my take? Today they're going to win, and I think they'll win big. I picked them to win by, I think, 15 or 20 points. I'd have to check my Super Brew, but I can't get to it right now. I think they're going to win. They're going to win big today, but I'm very disappointed. Last week put a chink in the army. It proved they can be beaten, and we had teams sitting. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing about rugby. A lot of rugby comes down, of course, to fitness, discipline. That's two things. Fitness and discipline can win games. Even if you're not talented, fitness and discipline win. I've seen Georgia stay in games they never should have been in World Cups because they had fitness and they had discipline. So fitness and discipline will keep you in a game. But the other thing is once you're there and you've got talent, you've got those other things, if you build an aura about your team like the All Blacks did during a decade-long run, an aura, people are afraid to face you, afraid to make a mistake, so they overcompensate. And as a consequence, teams beat themselves. The Springboks were on the edge of that aura. They were right at the cusp of that aura, having won 2 World Cups in a row, starting out this season undefeated, having won the Rugby Championship last year. They had an aura about them. And then they go and just, screw the pooch against the Wallabies last week in a disgraceful performance that's epic. I mean, it was Alistair Coetzee-like performance last week. The Springboks had a 22-0 lead 17 minutes into the game and never scored again, lost 36-24. It's 22. It's insane. Insane. So that aura that the Springboks were about to impose, if they beat the Wallabies back-to-back and gone on, I think the All Blacks would have been in trouble. Even though both games are in New Zealand and we haven't won at Eden Park in donkey years, I think that the All Blacks would have been on the back foot. But now the All Blacks like, hey, it's just the Springboks. We can handle this. See, the aura matters, and it really mattered for years. I mean, the Springboks beat themselves several times against the All Blacks. It wasn't the All Blacks beating them. It was the Springboks beating them when they played the All Blacks because of the aura. So people discount that, but I think it really makes a difference in rugby. I think the Wallabies are going to win. No, Wallabies are not going to win, Fonz. Oh, there's Fonz. Did you go buy a new Sharks jersey since they managed to beat the Western Province on Friday? Final score, Cheetahs 47, Lions 31. Go Cheetahs. Freistadt. At a part in the document titled Rebuilding America's Defense is published before September 11th. I never saw that document, Holden. Predict Bucks 35, Australia 24. That's a pretty good prediction, Conrad. Pretty good prediction. You see Villy LaRue is out. He got an injury. I don't know if he really got an injury or they're just playing games, but Villy LaRue should be playing this game. Steve, yes. Why is that the second time? Did Steve Irwin's death anniversary come up? Because that's like the second or third time someone's mentioned Steve Irwin recently. Enjoy the ride, but don't drink and drive. I don't, Brandon, sure, I don't drink and drive. Obviously, you don't know me. I have a personal rule. 1 drop of alcohol, I don't get behind the wheel. So I don't drink and drive. I almost never get drinking the alcohol because I'm usually driving somewhere. That's why the Amarula the other night at home was unusual. Dorado Fundamental is back. Good to see you again. Typical Bulls supporter prediction. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Brown. Sure. I thought you were saying it to me. Sorry, my bad. Oh, it was his groin. Okay, Alan, I didn't see what the injury was. They didn't report it. Okay, if it's a groin injury, then I see why he's out. I get it. Well, look, we're still missing. We're still missing in the WNBA. She's still out with a groin injury. Weird injury she got too. Somebody else is smoking. Where's that cigarette at? I don't know, a cigarette somewhere over there. Anyway. Stop and take a sip. No, private. Very interesting document. Was also discussed as biological agenda and nanotechnology well before COVID happened. Yeah, well, there's been a number of things talked about that. Look, I worked in intelligence world, folks, and there's things I can't share, and I've never been able to share. They're not declassified. So let me just tell you this. Someone flying a plane into the White House, into the Pentagon, into the Capitol building into the World Trade Centers was not exactly novel or news to the intelligence community. People in the intelligence community accurately predicted such a thing could and would happen under certain circumstances. And they were ignored. They were ignored. I see that a lot of people are freaking out because the director of the Defense Intelligence Agency has been sacked. Apparently, Lieutenant General Cruz or something like that from the Air Force has been sacked as director of DIA. So I wrote to Eric Schmidt from the New York Times, who wrote that story yesterday. Said, "Interesting article, Eric, but this is hardly the first time because they're trying to pretend that the Trump administration is politicizing intelligence. Every administration politicizes intelligence. Let me tell you, they either ignore it, they misuse it, or they misrepresent it. I know. I spent 3 decades in the intelligence community, and I can tell you, time and again, the executive branch and Congress misuse intelligence or ignore it. And then they blame the intelligence community for the failures. There were no intelligence failures in 9/11. No. Where is that cigarette? Geez, she's at it again. God bless. These people are cancer addicts, man. They can't go 5 minutes without smoking a cigarette. So we were prevented from sharing information with the FBI about people from overseas trying to get into America who were known terrorists. Yeah, true story. True story, folks. The system under Clinton prevented U.S. Army intelligence, U.S. Air Force, Marines, Air Force intelligence from sharing information with the Federal Bureau of Intelligence Investigation, FBI. Yeah, we have no authority to do anything in the States. They have the authority, and we couldn't share the information. That's why 9/11 happened. It wasn't the intelligence community missed it. No. Intelligence community got a lot of things right, including the Gulf War. The battle plan that was used was perfectly correct. I can't get another spot, Anna. I won't have my Wi-Fi from Starbucks. I'm sitting outside Starbucks. No, what happened to Clarksthorpe? Ruben's uncle's office destroyed at the Pentagon. Fortunately, was not there. Well, yeah, no kidding. Unfortunately, wasn't there. Sorry for being so quiet, says Lorette. Active with husband. Is he still in hospital? I thought he was doing well. Exactly. Intel gets ignored for many reasons. Look, it's up to civilian leaders to do what they're going to do with the intelligence. The military can't tell them what to do. I remember that the reason they went after General Hayden is because when he was the director of the Defense Intelligence Agency during Obama's administration, Obama lied to the public. He lied about a threat. And Hayden was asked, not Hayden, but Flynn, I said Hayden, that's Hayden, General Mike Flynn. Flynn was asked in Congress, he went to testify before committee, and in Congress, he was asked a direct question, which put him on the spot. Does he lie? Does he take the Fifth Amendment? Or does he do his duty to answer the question? He answered the question, which was contrary to what Barry Obama lied to the public about. And so the Obama administration had it out for Flynn because he embarrassed them. Well, he embarrassed them because they were liars. If they had not lied to the public, then he never would have been put in that situation. But unlike politicians who can lie at will, we in uniform do not lie. It violates a code. It violates honor. We don't lie. And so Flynn told the truth, and they went after him. So when he was nominated as National Security Advisor, boom, they used fraudulent FISA warrants, fraudulent investigations, and trumped up nonsense to go and destroy his life. Then they threatened to imprison his son, who committed no crimes, who was a defense contractor. They threatened to imprison his son and bankrupt him, and he was going to run out of money unless he took a plea. So he took a plea to a minor charge, and now he's known as a criminal, even though he committed no crimes whatsoever. That's the power of a government that's out of control. That's the power of Pretoria. That's the power of Washington, D.C. The state has endless resources at its disposal to prosecute you. You only have so much in the way of resources to defend yourself. It's a sick system. It's a truly sick system. Speakles was in the tower. Okay. China attacking U.S. stealth bomber. I haven't seen anything about that, Tony, but I haven't had internet for the last 24 hours. Yeah, screw John Bolton. John Bolton's a weaselly little neocon. Screw him. I hope he is guilty of some crime so he can go spend time in an orange jumpsuit. Oh, he's getting out of hospital Monday or Tuesday. Okay, I'm glad he's doing well. Thank you, Lorette, for the update. No, Tony Blair was never a good guy. Tony Blair was never a good guy. And neither was Gerhard Schröder. He was never good. Angela Merkel is the worst of the lot. Bunch of leftist scumbags. Horrible people. Horrible people. Horrible people. Yeah, I don't know anything about the Chinese attacking a stealth bomber. Late dad was a teacher there, and all 4 of our brothers and grandkids matriculated there. Oh, at the school. Okay. Hey, Estelle, how's it going? All right, so here the radio interview. I didn't read it, but I heard about it. I'm going to try to find out a way to find some bandwidth so I can interview General Holomisa. I read the comments, and I got no problem with what General Holomisa said, provided the comments were accurately portrayed in the news report. The news report was written in a way to make General Holomisa look bad, and my response on that is that he was spot on. People were being disrespectful and rude to him. Look, you know, again, when I was 18, 17 years old and active in politics, I didn't say people in their 50s, 60s, 70s should get out of politics. The best people should be there. If the person who's 90 is the best person in politics, then that person should be there. This nonsense by whiny people who have no talent saying, older people have to leave because we can't get jobs. Well, develop some talent. Develop some talent and some drive and some entrepreneurialism and some effectiveness, and then you won't have to worry about it. Simple as that. I don't know about JD Vance winning the next one. Oh, Steve Holtmeyer just posted something on Instagram. I don't know what it was. I'll have to look at it when I'm done here. Anyway, yeah, so Bolin beat the Pumas. Are you serious? Go Bolin. Unbelievable. Bolin wasn't even in the Curry Cup last year. They were promoted from the Premier or the first level league, whatever it is. They came up. Bolin is rocking, man. They are rocking. That means it could be a semifinal at Wellington. Wouldn't that be so cool? A semifinal at Wellington? Do I think that JD Vance will make a good president? Maybe. I don't know. Again, I wasn't sold on Vance because his book is a scam in my view. Hillbilly Elegy is a scam. It's a misrepresentation of Appalachian, written by a person who fraudulently claims to be an Appalachian. He's not an Appalachian. He lived in southwestern Ohio. Southwestern Ohio is not part of Appalachian. He spent summers with his grandmother in Appalachian, but that doesn't make him an Appalachian. I'm an Appalachian. I got to be looking for some sugar here now. Piss off, buddy. Foot sec, B. Anyway, so yeah. So I don't know. He probably right now he's one of the best choices we have. So I can't argue with that. Trump can't run in 2028. He's done. He served his 2 terms. They're all keen on digital currency. They're all keen on it. Russell doesn't like JD Vance. Well, I didn't like him before, but I like him a bit more now. Prediction for the game: Springboks 36, Wallabies 17. Well, the women's rugby predicts. Women's rugby, all you do is pick England every time they're going to win. Yeah, Obama posted before he got elected. So what? It sucked. I haven't seen my predictions, Vera, and I don't remember what I picked. So I can't remember if I picked Bolin. I might have picked Bolin and took a flyer, but I did pick Province to win, so I lost there. So I did lose the Province prediction. That didn't go well. Some Somalis sitting down over here. I don't care for grits. It's disgusting. Grits is disgusting like pop. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't call the game. Sorry, guys. Just can't do it. I'm not going to be able to watch all of it. Not even, yeah, it's like BEE. Yeah, BEE. Exactly. That's funny. Yeah, no, I won't be able to do that, unfortunately. So, yeah, I hopefully I can watch the game. So I'm going to find a place. I'm going to head over to the stadium here shortly. You got all your picks wrong, Fonz? Well, you can't go with what the national level stuff is because with the men's, you can't go with the men's because the men's doesn't match up. I mean, the English national team sucks, but the women are the best in the world. Adolphe published #1 before his. Oh, Adolf. Yeah, that's right. Adolf Hitler published Mein Kampf before he became president. Oh, suddenly it's become Immigration Central here. Surrounded by Bangladeshis and Somalis and everybody else here all of a sudden. And the English aren't smoking anymore. Oh, there's another one. Oh, he's vaping. I don't understand the South Africans love the vape. Oh my gosh, they love the vape. Book deals away money on. Yeah, no, some of them are. I mean, what Obama got paid was a joke. His post-presidency, what he got paid was a joke. Yeah, Goodyear closed its doors. That's right, Ruben. And there's a lot more coming. South Africa's economy is going to implode. The ANC is getting what they want. They want to transform South Africa into a wasteland, and it's working. All right, guys, I'm going to have to wrap it up here and get ready to head over. It's 3 o'clock. The game starts in a couple hours. So you guys take care. Appreciate it. Be sure to hit the like button and watch the videos I put out because I'm not on as much with the live streams, okay? All right, cheers. Be well. Ciao, everybody. Bye-bye.